Hello, hello. Okay, audio seems like it's working. Hopefully, it's working. I don't want to do this over again. Today is a Sunday. It is the 15th of January, 2023. I haven't made a vlog in some time because I was waiting for a doctor's appointment to talk about anything related to body odor. I had a doctor's appointment or a reappointment. I had to come back a second time to try to get some test results from a geneticist. So I had to take two tests. One was the carnitine test, and one was testing like acids or something, organic acids. So I did those tests, and I was supposed to wait till January 9th to come back, and I was going to do a virtual call or video call with them through Zoom. So that actually happened, and let's talk about it. Well, there's nothing really to talk about. What I'm going to explain to you is I went to the geneticist because they said, I was talking about how might have some type of metabolic body odor, and I didn't really have any evidence to prove that I have any, I have inherited it or there's some type of family ties that made me get this metabolic body odor, because I don't know any of the conditions that my family did have. So the geneticist, I don't know if I should say her name. Let's say Dr. Latchman, because that's her last name. Dr. Latchman said, okay, well, let's just test if we can find any type of metabolic disorders within your urine and within your blood. So I had to take two tests. I'm reading the test right now. I'm going to try to switch my screen here. Okay. One is carnitine, total and free, and the other is organic acid. So I think the organic acids was obviously urine, and the other one was carnitine, which was, I believe, they got extracted through blood. This is the one where I had to take the test, and without insurance, it would have cost somewhere around $1,900. But since I did have insurance, it cost me $250, which is still a lot of fucking money. So in any case, January 9th comes around, which is a Monday, I believe. Is it a Monday? It is a Monday. So I don't go. I'm sitting here in my apartment, and I wait for the Zoom call, and she calls me and contacts me, and basically is telling me that she didn't have the results. So I took these things on October 14, 2022. It's January and January 9th. So that's basically October, November, December, and January. That's like at least 2 months of her possibly receiving the results and being able to read them. She said she hasn't received the results. She said that my blood was, I think it's called hemolyzed. Okay, yeah, it's called hemolyze, and hemolization is a breakdown of red blood cells in the blood. So basically, they were not able to read my test results correctly, and I had to do a retest with the blood samples and the urine again. That's what's supposed to happen. And she told me that I was supposed to receive some type of email on my account about doing a retest. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know how to do a retest or anything. So I started looking in my Gmail account, like maybe there was something there that I just completely skipped. Because sometimes you get too much mail. You're like, oh, maybe I skipped over some mail. So I started searching for any type of email that says, oh, you need to take a retest because your blood was hemolyzed. I mean, the blood was broken down. I don't know. Let me see if there's a wiki that basically breaks down what it means. Hemolysis is a common occurrence in blood specimens which may compromise the laboratory test results. Hemolysis may be due to specimen collection, processing, or transport. Hemolysis may also be due to pathological conditions such as immune reactions, infections, medications, toxins, and poisons. And therapeutic procedures, frequently laboratory testing can still be performed on a hemolyzed sample. The Department of Pathology tracks the frequency of hemolyzed samples and monitors the data as part of our quality assurance. Yeah. So basically they were not able to read the blood samples because it was hemolyzed, whatever. In any case, so I wasn't able to find anything through my email. So then she told me, okay, well, within the documents of the test results, there's a phone number, and you're supposed to contact these people. Let me actually switch my camera again. You're supposed to contact these people. Here's a phone number, and then ask for them to do a retest. So then we can actually get your blood samples correctly, and then be able to understand if there is any type of metabolic disorder. So within these test results, there are some information about contacting laboratory, diagnostic biochemical genetics laboratory, and seeing if I can do a retest. So I was like, oh, I didn't know how to do that. So I was like, okay, let me do that shit. Turns out when I called these guys up and I asked to speak to, because it says you need to call this number, go to extension 4423 and ask to speak to laboratory director on call. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I called the guys up. I asked to speak to laboratory director. I get some, I don't know if she's like, I get some women, I don't know. But to make a long story short about it, I found out from the woman I spoke to on the phone was that I was never supposed to contact them at all. It was the doctor who's supposed to contact them. And that actually explains why I never received an email or anything like that. So basically what I'm trying to say is my blood was hemolyzed, so I had to do a retest, but it was the doctor's responsibility to resend an order so then I can do the test a second time. It was never my responsibility, which is the reason why I never received any email from the laboratories to do a retest. So I did all this shit. So basically what I'm saying, she wasted all my fucking time. I did it on October 14th. It's now January 15th. So it's like 2 months plus where she could have done a resend of the order and finally got like my test results and see if I have any type of metabolic disorder or anything irregular within my blood or urine. She didn't do any of that crap. She thought it was my responsibility. Basically, it was a waste of fucking time. That's what I'm trying to say. It was a waste of time. I had 2+ months of she having the responsibility of doing it, but she's like, no, I think he needs to do the shit. And apparently I didn't have to do it at all, and that makes complete sense. So I had to do it. I had to find another appointment, and the next appointment is happening next Thursday. That was the most available time I can do it. Next Thursday at like 6 in the morning or some bullshit. I'm so mad that she wasted my fucking time. I'm so mad that she wasted my time and blamed me for for the fact that I couldn't get my test results as quick as possible. That was so annoying. But other than that, like, if you see any boxes in the back, Home Depot boxes, I'm trying to move the fuck out of here. I'm trying to move out this apartment. So basically, my water heater has been shut off for about 3 to 4 weeks, and water's still leaking in my apartment. So within the first week of January, I emailed these guys saying, you know what, because my lease ends on March the 1st. I don't want to wait till March the 1st. I don't want to stay here another month where none of the things that haven't been fixed are not going to get fixed. Apparently there is some type of standstill between the owner of the condo association, and Bayview Palms. The water's leaking out the pipes, and they're trying to figure out if this is the owner's responsibility to fix it or if it's the Bayview Palms responsibility to fix it. So they're on a standstill, and they're trying to get each other's lawyers. They're trying to get lawyers to figure out what the proper step is. Meanwhile, none of this shit is being fixed in my apartment. So I said, you know what? Let me try to end my apartment. Let me try to end my leasing real quick. So I emailed these guys. Let me see if I can find this email real quick about me trying to get out this apartment. Hold on. Where is that shit at? Where is this shit at? Where is this shit at? I'm trying to find my email where I'm talking to these people saying, hey, I want to get the fuck up out of here because you're not helping. No, that's not what it was. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Well, basically, I sent an email to these guys saying, hey, my water my water heater is shut off, so I only get cold water, and there's still water leaking in my apartment, and you guys have not fixed it for weeks, so I would like to end my lease. And basically what they said was, oh, well, basically they didn't even respond to me. They actually responded, they forwarded this email to Bayview Palms office to try to see, like, oh, you see, you're actually making us lose money because the tenant wants to leave my apartment. So this is all your fault. I'm contacting my lawyers, but they never actually contacted me directly. They used my email as a way to prove that these guys are losing money because they believe that the water leaking problem is Bayview Palms' responsibility, not the owner's responsibility of the condo. Damn, I think I deleted that shit. That would be crazy if I deleted it because it's so important. I can't believe I can't find that shit. Maybe I did delete it on accident. I'll be so mad if I did. And so they're not, basically what I'm trying to say, they have not been contacting me or being, oops, maybe I deleted it. No way. No way. No. Maybe it is that. Oh shit, I think I deleted this. This is crazy. No, maybe it's just so, okay, it should at least be in a trash folder if I deleted it on accident. No, that's not here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That is some wild stuff. That is wild. Let me see if I can find it within, well, it doesn't really matter where it is. I'll just explain it because I don't actually have to show you the emails. In any case, so they never actually responded to me. And I'm contacting these guys through the phone number and through email. Contact them initially through phone, but they always say, okay, we're going to get an agent to call you back. And they never call me back. It feels like they're running or doing a runaround or dragging their feet. They don't want to address it because they want me to continue to pay for this bullshit ass apartment where they're not going to fix any of these things, but they still want to get paid. So then I said, you know what? I'm going to send another email. And I sent another email saying, okay, I'm trying to end this lease. I'm going to try to move out on January 22nd. And at the same time, I am going to stop my auto payment for this apartment until we come to a resolution. So what they do, they say, okay, well, this is being handled. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. So a couple of days left, or maybe hours after that came out, maybe on at night, I don't know, somewhere during the night, they responded and they said something. Here's this broad. I have the email for this woman. Let me see if I can switch to this one. She was like, okay, good afternoon to all. First of all, I want to wish you a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. I'm attaching your annual statement for your record. If you have a difference, please let us know. You have balance. Please contact the office to do a payment arrangement. It's very important that you maintain your account up to date. She put day. Because if you want to buy a home in the future, this is a rental history that many lenders ask for. Please review careful because if you recently renewed your lease, you may need to adjust your balance at the new amount of rent. Also, I want to share with you that if you plan to move to a bigger or smaller size apartment, we can help you with that. For some reason, when I read this email, I thought to myself, okay, they gave in and they're going to allow me to end my lease. But a couple of days later, I started reading the shit. I'm like, wait a second, they never said anything to the fact that I have the ability or they allow me for early termination. So first, I said, okay, what other rental properties do you have? Because I'm looking for other rental properties. But then I realized, okay, they haven't actually specified that they agreed to end or do an early termination for my apartment. So then I sent another response. I said, okay, also within this email, you have not made it clear that you're allowing me to end my lease early. This is now the 5th or 6th week that the water is still leaking in my apartment, even though the water heater is shut off. So that means I'm without hot water as well. No rational person will want to stay in this condo for another month if the company that is supposed to fix and manage any issues in the unit has been silent, unresponsive, and avoiding my calls. I would like to end my lease early, or I'd like to end my lease on January 22nd, please. And her ass was like, hey, Jermaine, Yes, owner and you can agree in signing a release and cancellation as per the early termination. My response, how do I get in contact with the owner? Her ass says, Jermaine, you can send an email. Owners are copied in this email. I will prepare a document to sign and forward to all of you. Thank you. All right. And then I say, okay, if the owner has the ability to read this, then I'd like to end my lease early due to the persistent water leaking and lack of hot water. That was 4 days ago. And then I responded the next day, I'm following up to see if she received the message. Don't get any response. So then I said, okay, so who is this guy? Who is this woman that is the owner of the apartment? And I realized it was this woman, Debbie Rosenfeld. So then I just said, you know what, let me just send an email to her. I say, hello, my name is Jermaine Forbes. He rents the condo, 1800 San Souci Boulevard, apartment 132. I spoke to Andrea Andrada about wanting to end my lease early due to persistent water leaking and hot water not being provided. She told me the owner received a message I sent to her about early termination, and then she will create a document that we both are supposed to sign. However, she hasn't responded in 2 days, and I'm wondering if you ever received the message that I wanted to end it on January 2nd. Her response, I will speak to her ASAP. This was 2 days ago. I haven't heard shit back from him. I haven't heard shit back from him. I think they're intentionally trying to avoid contacting me or ending the lease because they want me to still stay in the apartment or still. I think this is what they're trying to do. I think they want me, even if I get all my stuff, clear all my stuff out, which I'm trying to plan to do. I'm trying to clear all the items, take all my clothes, remove like junk, all my dressers and throw it into like some type of junk removal service, get all my plates and stuff, clear out the refrigerator and just bounce before the 22nd. Even then, they're going to still say, oh yeah, well we didn't agree that there's going to be early termination. So they want me to keep me on to the point that it's February. And then they'll say, oh yeah, since we didn't agree to end the lease, you still owe us $1,400 because we didn't agree to this. I think they're trying to drag their feet all the way to February until it hits February 1st. So then I had to pay another $1,400. And if that happens, I don't know what the fuck to do about that shit because I don't know. I've been contacting these fuckers, and every time I try to contact them, oh yeah, an agent will contact you, will speak to you shortly. They'll call you back. They never call me back. I contact like the urgent calls space, and they say, oh yeah, we're gonna. They either will just ignore you, or they'll just say, oh yeah, we'll contact you and speak about that later. They never speak about it later. I contact them through email. Contacted even the owner of the apartment. They do not respond. They say, she said that she'll contact her as soon as possible, so then we can do this document to end the lease early, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to do some sneaky bullshit, and that makes me upset. And now I'm thinking to myself, well, if it does go through and my lease ends early and I get to get the fuck out of here, I don't think I'm going to be in Miami, bro. I had to show you this for a quick second. So this is apartments.com. And this is the city of Miami, all the contents of it. And these are all the listings of the apartment. If you look into all the apartments, right? Like, let's just randomly just click stuff. Like, these shits are like $16.95 in the least. Let's click this one. Let me actually show you where I'm located. I'm located in the North Miami area. So I'm located around this area. So let's just click randomly at stuff. What is this? Did I already click on this? Wow, did I? $16.95? 3,100? Let's click another one. 2,300? Let's click another one. 38 in the very least. 3,800 a month. Let's click another one. $4,000. $2,000. Let me just get like apartments. Let me just get apartments. Let me get apartments and condos. Take that shit away. Because I did click on a house to rent. I think it's ridiculous to rent a house for $4,000. That's bullshit. But okay, let's now just click over things. 1450, which isn't bad. 1450 isn't bad. $2,000. Let's click another one. 2,800. And this shit look at this apartment. Let me look into this apartment. This apartment looks cheap and ghetto as shit. And they want 2,800 for it. Are you out your fucking mind? That's fucking, yo. That's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. Now let me show you this one more thing. This was Miami, and I showed you the pricings around my area. So if I wanted to move out, I would have to spend at least a couple of hundred, maybe $1,000 more, just to move to a shitty apartment. They're asking 2,800 for a shitty apartment. Are you at your fuck? Let me show you Jacksonville, which is 5 to 6 hours away, and it's up north. So I'm going to Jacksonville real quick. Let's go to Jacksonville together, huh? Let's go to Jacksonville. Okay, we at Jacksonville. We're going to just randomly click places. Now, if you see Jacksonville, compared to Miami, their shit starts at $1,350. I'm just going to randomly click shit. This is $1,470. $1,800. These is actually fairly expensive. But if you do this, $891. Let me do something real quick. Let me put max rent at $1,600. Max rent is $1,600. And then go $1,395, blah, blah, blah. $1,925. You see this? $1,084, $925. You go over here, I don't know, $890. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm motherfucking saying? If you go to Jacksonville, these shit's at like $1,000 or less. $1,200. I've been looking some apartment listings. It's like it's $1,000 or $1,200. They have their own washer and dryer unit. I don't have a washer and dryer unit in this unit. It's bullshit. Let me go back to Miami just one quick second, because I just changed the max price to $1,600 for Jacksonville. Let me do that for Miami. Okay? Let me do that it's already here. So let me switch back the camera and go back to the area I'm actually living in. You see? And in the North Miami area, it used to be packed. Let me switch it back. Boom. Now let me go back to max rent and put it at $1,600. Everything dwindles and shit. Look at this. $1,550. There is nothing on here that's going to be $1,000 or $1,200. There's nothing. All of them are at $1,600. Oh, here's one, $1,050. Let's look at this one, $1,050. And they only show you one photo, and it just shows you a picture of a kitchen, a stove, and a refrigerator. They don't have any other pictures. Basically, what I'm saying, this is bullshit. And I think I'm gonna take my talents to Jacksonville, cause fuck Miami. That should be the title of the vlog, cause fuck Miami. But in any case, I'm ending right here.